Everyone, welcome to the Fairy Vibrant Makeup channel. So today I'm going to be kind of trying on and reviewing, well, first impressions on the new Huda Beauty Nude palette. I do have the original Rose Gold palette, which I believe I've reviewed, so I'll link that down below. And then the Desert Dusk, which I also reviewed, I'll link that also down below. But I was excited to see that she also launched three really pretty lipsticks, like no joke. Most prettiest thing I've ever seen in my life. It's sparkly, but it's so creamy. So yeah, I will definitely talk about that as well. So right now I'm going to be doing some live swatches. Let me show you what the palette looks like at first. So that's what the nude palette looks like. Very pretty. It's more on the purple nudes, which is great for brown eyes. I believe all skin types and definitely it's going to be on darker on lighter skin tones and a little bit more subtle on darker skin tones. It's a very pretty palette. It's pretty much up my alley. I do like mauves and berries and purples just because it complements my eyes, my eye color really nicely. So yeah, so that's what it looks like. Now let's get into some swatches. I'm going to do some live swatches. So the first shade, I'm going to start from... Okay, so this is weird. I just noted, well, I noticed this when I did the tutorial, but there's a concealer in here. So at this corner right here, it's a concealer, which to me doesn't make sense, but if you do cut creases, it makes sense. So the first shade is called Bear, which is a nice vanilla shade. You know I like my vanilla shades. Next shade is called Lace, which is a grayish mauve. Sorry, I had some swatches on there before. It's a grayish kind of mauve tone, which I also really like. Next shade is the actual concealer, which does not come out very bright. It's that right there. It's not going to be a super intense concealer. I feel like it's pretty soft, but it's not suited for all skin tones. I did use it to clean up my brows, so I didn't really do a cut crease with that. I will probably try and do a cut crease in the future, but yeah. And then these tones are going to be my favorite ones. This is called Crave. So in the pan it looks almost multi-chrome. It looks like chunks of glitter, but it's not. So that's really, really cool that it has that multi-dimensional color to it. And then let's do the next 5. Whoops, I did that wrong. Let's see. Next 5. Next shade is Daydream, which is also that multi-chrome, which is a beautiful, like, pale pink. That's my favorite. I love pale pinks. And the next shade is Secret, which is a darker crease shade. More on, like, similar to the mauves. These are going to be very mauve. Then I have Tease, which is a purpley brown. Next shade is Tickle, which is more of a pink mauve. Next shade is Play, which is a peach. You can barely see it on my skin tone. These are very light. All right, next 5. Next shade is Raw, which is what I used. Oh no, I don't think I used this one. That one's a nice brown. Next shade is actually Excite. It's a glitter shade. Very pretty. Next shade is Fantasy, which is another chrome color. Very pretty. It's a much deeper, like, rose gold. And then Charmed is just another multi-chroma one. Very pretty as well. And then Infatuated, which is another glitter shade. Right there. Sorry, I'm running out of space on my arm, so I'll do the other arm. Last 4. Love Bite, which is the darkest shade in the palette, I believe. It's like a dark kind of mauve-y purple, which I used on my outer portion of my eye. Next shade is Teddy, which is a little bit more of a brown. This shade is the only metallic shade in there, very creamy, and it's like a beautiful metallic purple red. And then the last shade is Spanked, which is a kind of like pinkish purple. So there's those, and then all the other shades in the palette. So definitely a really, really nice array of color, very neutral, but also has that edge to it. I'm going to swatch the lipstick. This is called Nude. It's gorgeous. It's a beautiful glittery red. It's like a burgundy and it's metallic, so it's really pretty, and it's got sparkle in it, but not like too much sparkle. It's very creamy. I want the other two, but definitely this palette's really nice to swatch. So now we're going to get into the tutorial and how I created this look, and then I'll let you know my overall thoughts on the palette. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. I absolutely love this lipstick. It's my favorite lipstick ever. It's so pretty. It doesn't accentuate the lines of my lips, which is really, really good. A lot of metallics tend to do that to my lips. As far as the palette goes, blend really well. The glitter, I had to use the NYX glitter primer to make the glitter stick into my inner corners. I feel like the metallic shades, those multi-chromal ones, they're so pretty. I use this one on my inner portion of my lid. Very pretty. This is very soft for me, but I like it. I like it a lot. So I'm actually thoroughly impressed because with the Desert Dusk palette, after using it a few times, I'm like, it got boring to me very quickly because there's repeat shades from the rose gold palette, like the reds and stuff. The rose gold was really nice. I really was impressed with how the rose gold remastered looked because it had this beautiful like diamond pink shade and it was beautiful, and this doesn't have that, which is something that I look for. But I do have a shade similar in one of my Too Faced palettes, the Tutti Frutti collection, the raspberry one, very similar to the Huda remastered, that real pretty pink in there. This one I kind of got bored after a while because it's just meh, but it's very pretty nonetheless. The glitter in this one was my favorite glitter. I like using it. It's Cosmo. It's very pretty, but you do have to use a glitter glue. I do find that she repeats a lot of shades in here. Like these two, if you mix them together, it's Cosmo from the Desert Dusk. This metallic is just a little bit more browner than the one in the Desert Dusk as well. But these 1, 2, 3, 4 shades that are multi-chrome, almost look like chunky glitter. They actually work very, very well. They're very smooth and creamy, and they actually add a multi-dimensional shimmer to the actual eyeshadows, which I really, really like. This is not for someone that likes intense looks, for sure. This is a very natural look, but the glitter makes that little pop if you're like kind of like the in-between. I don't get the concealer. It really didn't show up too much on carving out my brows, so I imagine that the cut crease wouldn't be as great as well. So I don't understand why she wasted space in putting a concealer in there when she has concealers. Makes no sense. I guess to do a cut crease, which is kind of convenient if you like everything all in one palette. So I didn't understand that. It's not the best concealer. It's very light, very sheer, so it's not the best concealer. But I'm wondering how, let me try this. I'm going to grab some of this, because you can see it's not very concealer-like, but I'm going to grab one of the glitter shades. Okay, so it does kind of act as like a sticking medium to that. Let's see what the multi-chromals look like. Okay, so it does intensify those colors for sure. So, okay, I can understand putting that in there, but at the same time, it's just like a concealer and an eyeshadow palette. That's weird. But I can understand why she went that route. So anyways, overall thoughts of this palette, it's very, very pretty. I think I will definitely keep this one. I'm not going to return it. I actually really, really like it. It's very beautiful. It's very unique. Something that I don't, even though I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes, I don't quite have something like this in my eyeshadow collection just because it's very, very unique. And I love unique palettes, so definitely will be using this a lot. I feel like it's so pretty and it softens my eye look very nicely. I'm used to bold shades, but this is actually really nice if you're trying to tone down your eyeshadow look and you're like me where I'm 35. A lot of people tell me don't do this, don't do that. I like to do it anyways, but at the same time it's like I am getting to that point where I'm gonna have to kind of tone it down, but I don't want to. But this is gonna be my toned down palette for sure. As I don't know, I'm not gonna quit doing my bold colors, but I feel like this is a very nice adult palette, I want to say. And if you like natural looks too. So definitely, if you're in the market, yes, it is $65, but it's very, very pretty. The lipstick, love it. I want the other two because they're so pretty and the packaging is just so gorgeous, and it's got a magnetic click to it, but when you open it, oh my god, it sparkles. I've never seen a lipstick do that. It doesn't have chunky glitter in it too. It looks like it would be just chunky glitter. No, it's creamy metallic, so it's really nice. I'm thoroughly impressed with the Huda Beauty collection that she's kind of put out there. The lipsticks are absolutely gorgeous. I want the other two because there's a pink and a purple. Very pretty, up my alley. This is gorgeous, and it goes with the look very well, so I imagine the other ones would look very nice as well. So yeah, that's the end of my video. I'm sorry it's very quick. I'm actually on my way to work. I gotta get dressed. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and kind of like first impressions on the Huda Nude palette. If you are in the market for something for Christmas, or if you have a gift card that you got for Christmas, definitely I would say pick this palette up with your gift card, or pick this up as a gift for those makeup connoisseurs in your family. I feel like it's a great gift. Yes, it's a little up there in price, but honestly, it's very, very pretty, so it's very worth the price. Yeah, so that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for more videos, and I will do some more tutorials using the concealer as a cut crease, so that I can focus a little bit more on how this palette works. I just wanted to do a quick look just so that I can try it out, and then I'll kind of dissect the palette as I go. If you want me to do more videos that dissect the palettes that I have like first impressions reviewed on, let me know in the comments down below. That way I can actually dissect the palette a little bit more and then let you know what other options you have in that palette, and not just one look or what Instagram posts and what, you know, YouTubers post, something that's unique and different and out of the norm. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one.